Hi everyone, we are in Wednesday in the Octave of Easter, and our text today is Acts chapter 3 verses 1 to 10. The narration of the healing of the crippled beggar by Peter and John and the subsequent address by Peter in Solomon's portico will be taken up by the lectionary in two parts. Today we hear the miracle and tomorrow the homily. These actions on the part of Peter and John will lead to the first wave of persecutions in the church. While in chapter 2, we hear in a generalized way that many signs and wonders were done, here is the first recorded miracle performed by the apostles. If you look at the pattern of the healing of the story, it is typical of a miracle story in the life of Jesus. It is interesting to note how the church follows Christ, as it should be. We are told that Peter and John entered the temple at 3 p.m., which was one of the 3 hours of prayer for a pious Jew. And it is here that they see a man who was lame from birth being carried in. We are told that the cripple is laid at the gate of the temple called the Beautiful Gate. Let us talk a bit about this gate, which Josephus, the historian, records. He says this gate was called the Nicanor Gate and was 75 feet high and made out of Corinthian bronze. It was a gate that separated the court of the women from the court of men or Israel. 15 steps led to the court of the women, and it was here that the cripple was placed. Scripture also tells us that this man was begging from people entering the temple. So technically, he is outside the temple. He has not come as a worshipper, but as one seeking charity. He asked Peter and John for alms, and so we can surmise that he was not looking for healing, he was looking for a handout. Interestingly, after his healing, he enters the temple as a worshipper and as a man of faith. Note also that nowhere does it say that the cripple had faith in Jesus. He may have had no faith at all. His healing by Peter and John is not based on the merits of the cripple's faith. The healing is granted as a free gift from God. Healings are a sovereign work of God, and we must acknowledge that God can choose to heal anyone, believer or non-believer. In this case, we don't know the faith of the cripple, but we do know his response to his healing. Having been healed, this cripple enters the temple. We are told this twice. And scripture records that he was praising God, unlike the 9 lepers in the gospel. This man remembers God's mercy and is now not only a believer, but quite a demonstrative proclaimer. So what is our takeaway from scripture? Each of us, my dear friends, at some time in our life have experienced a healing, either spiritual or physical. This healing has brought us closer to the worshipping community like the cripple. To be included into the worshipping community is to experience a form of healing. We can choose, therefore, to be welcoming of those sitting at the gate in need of healing and be instruments of healing. Or on the other hand, we may identify ourselves with the cripple who has been healed for no merit of our own. In the Easter season, the Lord reminds and invites us to be his instruments of healing. Like Peter and John, we may not have silver and gold to distribute, but we do have the name of Jesus. Have a blessed day, and God bless you all.